All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little different for my channel. We're going to be doing a unboxing and putting together of a Chinese style go-kart, technically, with a dump trailer on it. It's like a dump bed. We got them both at an auction, and so we're going to take them into the shop here and we'll start working on them. Most of the stuff is still on the carts actually, but we will do opening it all up and showing you guys the parts, because there's no really detailed video, or any video, I would say, putting it
And there's
together.
no instructions with them.
And there's literally no instructions that come with these things. So we're gonna be doing a putting together and showing you guys how it'll go.
So let's back it in the shop and get it unloaded, would you say?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's get started. Stay along. All right, so we're gonna start with unboxing or opening up the scooter with cutting the straps off.
They do a decent job strapping it together, but if you're going to tow it down the road, all the loose pieces and parts should probably be put in the cab of your truck so they don't fall off.
So we have both shocks for the front tire, and then we have this is just the seat.
That's the
in
seat
general.
cushion.
Yeah. First layer of bubble wrap. All right, so first thing we gotta do before we take it off the trailer is put the back two tires on it, and the lug nuts are going to be, I think, 19 millimeter lug nuts. When we put this on, we have to keep in mind to have the valve stem on the outside, not on the inside, because then you couldn't fill it up with air.
You'd be in trouble then.
We do need to.
You're going to need to get a taller bucket.
Couple more inches. All right, so we raised it up a little bit higher, and now we're gonna put the tire on.
The other scooter we had, we have about 5 or 6 people sitting in the bed when we drive it around.
We put the exact same thing as this pretty much, and we put that thing through it.
We put it to work.
Oh yeah. All right, so before we take that off, just to make sure we don't drop stuff, I'm gonna unload it right here onto some of the bubble wrap. These are going to be the side walls of the basket in the back.
The bed.
The bed.
There you go. It's almost ready to go.
All right, so when they packed this thing, they put all the stuff in the extra seat compartment in here. So we're gonna take and open this up, and with the wonderful paint job that they did, we'll take this stuff out and we're gonna set it down here. And after we spread it out, we will show you guys what almost everything is to our knowledge. Okay, so we got everything spread out here. We have all of the bed and the seating right here. We have the fender, the light, the headlight, the charger, the blinkers or the hazard lights. This is the parking brake. We have the hubcaps, the battery wires, some miscellaneous bolts, nuts, and screws. They gave us a couple zip ties, the brake line, and then here we have the two shocks for the front. Then there's the axle bolt. This is for the front. It'll be the two shocks and the steering post. This will go right behind the headlight. We have the horn, a couple more yield indicators, the front tire, the armrest and cup holders. We have the mirrors, the handlebar, a couple of the instruments right here, the handle grips, and the computer instruments. So that's everything spread out, and now it is time to, first of all, go eat, and then we can start putting this all together. All right, so we're gonna start putting this thing together. We're gonna start with the front forks, and we're gonna put, first of all, grease in the bearings, and that's what we're doing first. I'll show you guys how to do it. We already did one, so this is going to be the smaller bearing that we're using. And to fill these with grease, we're gonna take and hold it down like this with the cone facing upwards. And we'll take, and I'll put some more grease on my hand soon, but you just take it with the one end here, and you just go and you slide it down. So let's take, we'll hold this, hold the bearing like this, and we'll take and just grab a little bit and just push it in technically. Push it against my hand relatively hard. You just fill up the one side like this. If you look right here, where my gloved finger is. You can see how it pokes out there.
Grease is poking out through the top now of the bearing.
Just pokes
So
out
that-
a little bit, and so then we
side's
just
full.
take and rotate it tiny little bit, and we just keep doing the same thing. So we got the bearings all greased up, and now it's time to clean it off. So we're gonna take and we're just gonna just wipe it all off.
Wipe the
my
excess
finger.
off.
And then, yeah, we're just wiping all the excess off. Then we'll hold it and clean off the inside a little bit, clean off the top and the bottom, and get as clean as we need it to be,
Okay.
which is not that clean, and then we'll put it together. All right, so we're gonna take the bottom of the steering shaft, and this shaft will go up into here, and as you can see here,
What's
it
it got?
has the steering stoppers for the little arm right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna take the bigger bearing, which is this one, and we'll put it cone up, down the shaft, all the way to the bottom, make sure it sits down there nice, and then we can take and just put this straight up until it sits
How do those steering stops work? Does it
into
go
there.
up in
So
there?
we'll turn, and
Yep.
it'll stop there, and stop there. It's time to put the top bearing on, and you see cone down. This one's all full of grease. And so we put it right on the top, slide it down right there. And so now we're gonna
Next.
put the washer on first, and then this is a cap that will go on here,
Threaded cap, right?
threaded cap, and this will get spun on.
Just snug, like a bearing fit.
Just enough to make it hold itself pretty much snug. Now it's time to take the top. The handlebar will come right through here, and then we can bolt it down tightly. So we're tight this, and it's got a little inset here. It goes there.
Okay.
Put that on, and then a nut cap also. This will fit here. Put the nut. Right under there, and we won't tighten it super tight until we get the shafts or the sticks for
The shocks will go in there
the
first.
shocks.
Good.
Okay, so we're gonna start putting the front sticks on. We're gonna start with putting the fender on first. So I'm putting it on the bottom hole just to give us some room in case it is a little low. And then it can wiggle around if we need to.
The center of the slotted.
So when we put this on, we have to make sure to put the hazard warning. This is gonna have the blinker and the headlight attachment. We're gonna put this right here, and the stud will come straight up through that down the center.
And the little wings are gonna face up or down.
And these wings will be facing with it going up and a little higher instead of it being facing down like this.
Yep.
Put these on about halfway, hold it, and then we'll put these on.
And those, I think, are supposed to have a little rubber bushing in them to make them tighter, but there was nothing in the
There wasn't
package.
anything on there. But, so we put it on like that, and then we just get this to go up and hopefully right into this. And once these get just to the top, we'll make sure they're flush, and we'll tighten these bolts up. Just like that. Okay, now it's time to put the blinkers on, and these will be going in out of these two holes. They'll be going in the back hole. So what we're gonna do is take and put the wires through first. Spin this around. Put the wires through first, and then we take the nut that comes with it. This is a 14mm nut, and we put that on all the way, and so then we can tighten this down. So we screw that on right there, and we'll tighten that down with a wrench. And we'll do both sides, and I'll see you guys after that. Now we're gonna put the headlight on, and we gotta make sure to put the rubber washer on the inside of the plastic.
How many times have you put it on now?
3 times.
Okay.
So let's hope for the best. So put the bolt on first, then we'll put the rubber washer on. And then we'll screw this on. Boltless on. Same thing on the other side. Now we're gonna take and put the horn on. This should be pretty straightforward. There's 2 bolts back here, right in between the shocks, and we'll take and put it in these 2 holes.
All chromy and shiny, huh?
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're gonna put the handlebar on now, and we're gonna put it on pretty loose, enough to where we can move it around until I get the seat mounted and we figure out where we actually want it permanently. So take these right here, here's the cap, put it on. There's actually grooves already in the pipe. Put that on, take one of the bolts, and these were attached on the console when it came. Now it's time to put the thumb toggles and the handlebar grips on it. We're gonna got the holes there, we're gonna put these on first, just like so, and then we'll put the grips on second, put these on. This one's like a little deformed actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's as far on as it goes, I believe. And so then we'll take and we'll tighten this.
I'm gonna sit approximately like that.
Just like that.
So just put that
So we'll
straight.
take and we'll push this up against it, and then we'll tighten it down
Okay.
with a 2.5 millimeter Allen key.
That last one we put together had Chinese writing instead of.
Yeah, it didn't say
1, 2,
like
3.
reverse, it was just like the Chinese writing. Now for the last thing to do on the front half of this bike or tricycle, other than doing all the wiring, which
The mirrors.
will take a little bit, we put the dash on. And it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just 2 little arms that come out and 2 little bolts. Take and we just put them on right there. Should be simple, but it's not gonna be simple. Now it is time to put on the headache rack, or the back of the bed, or the front of the bed. Put this on, it's got 2 L's, 2 elbows, corner pieces, whatever you want to call them. And put those in the corner. It's like kind of lopsided first. Make sure you get on evenly. And push it all the way forward. And then, so it's got 2 bolt holes on a side and then 2 on the front on both sides of this.
Same bolts in every hole.
Just bolts and with the nut, it's push this all the way back. Bolt in first, reach around, and
I'll hold it for you.
put a nut on.
A new day.
Yeah, it's the next morning, and first thing we did is we took this little panel, this little wire cover panel right here. We took this off. It was just 4 little bolts, and the positive and negative wires were wrapped up in here to the point where we couldn't get them out unless we took that off. But we did take it off, and we got the negative wire running over here to the one end of the battery packs, and then we have the positive end here that will run the positive side of the other end. So to connect these, we're gonna take and we'll connect from the cart, the positive to one end, negative to the other end, and then we'll take the little wires they gave us and we'll connect the batteries together. We'll run from a negative, we'll run it to a positive, and then same thing the whole way along, negative to a positive on separate batteries till we get to the end, and then it'll all connect to the cart, hopefully. All right, so we got all the batteries connected, and it took a lot longer than it should have, mainly because they only have 2 bolts holding this bar down to hold the batteries. So we put in our own all-thread bolt here. It goes all the way through the bottom. It's got 2 locking nuts, and then we have one on the top here. And we also put in for support 2x4 by 14" in the front, and then it'd be a 2x2 by 16 on the back of it, with 2 roofing screws coming up through the bottom into the board holding it down. And that makes the batteries a lot more solid. And one thing also, when you're like hooking the batteries up, they'll be fine the whole way, but once you get to the back or the last screw, which will be probably the negative wire, it will spark once. You touch it, it'll pop, and then you put it down again, and it doesn't do it again.
Okay.
And so you tighten these all down. This is 8mm wrench, 8mm little wrench right here. And now let's see if
Turn
it
the key
works.
on and see if it lights up.
Welcome to use our intelligent voice electric vehicle. Self-test is normal. Wish you a safe journey. No speed.
So do you want to listen to that speaker every time you turn the key on?
Actually, it's every time you.
Every time you do.
Pay attention to reverse.
It always tells you what you're doing.
Every time.
Can we unplug the speaker? Show us where
So-
that speaker is.
This speaker, which is the little red right here, has the wires coming over to here, to this little control panel, and it looks like we just take and hopefully.
Push that white tab down and pull them apart. Okay,
Welcome to use our intelligent voice electric.
There we go.
unplug it. Now we can peacefully turn the key on and off whenever we want. Huh?
So key is on. Let's see if the headlights work. Headlight works. It's actually pretty bright. I don't think we have the blinkers.
I didn't hook
hooked up
any of
yet,
that up.
but it does beep when you use the blinker.
So what we did, we run the pack of wires up through
They did.
that little housing there. We ran that up through that housing and through there. And this was pretty basic. We just hooked all the wires up to the block that they hook up to, except for we have 2 wires coming out of the
Blinker.
computer, and we have 4 wires in the wiring harness. So 2 of these are gonna go to the blinker, and 2 of them are gonna go up to the computer. We just gotta figure out which ones go to the blinker and which ones go up to the instrument cluster.
So for the blinkers, Dad figured it out. It's blue wire goes to the red one for the left blinker, and then it's a teal wire goes to a red one for the right blinker. Also, one thing we couldn't figure out on the last cart was the speedometer. So for the speedometer, we took and we connected the gray wire to the red one, and then the white wire to the blue wire.
Yep. And the speedometer works. We just got to figure out how to make it miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour, but
Yeah,
I don't know if we can change
I
that.
don't think we really can.
Getting close.
Oh yeah, just about done.
It's going to take a little tidying up now to get the wires so they don't catch on stuff.
Yeah.
We're running the wire up through the bottom of the headlight into the bottom of the headlight. Pulled it all through. Now I'm hooking all the plugs up, and then we'll leave the plugs inside the headlight. Hopefully that cleans it up a little bit. It was just a mess, a snarl of wires. So we'll see how it works and let you know. Okay, there's 2 sets of plugs that are 3 side by side. They go up to the throttle, and this is the way they need to be hooked up. They're interchangeable, so if you reverse them, the throttle won't work. But it's a 3-way plug side by side.
Okay, so I got the park and brake right here, wire ends down through there. Over here, down to here, and we got the pin runs through there with the nut there, and we just twist this tight end, about that much thread, and now pull the parking brake, and it stops pretty good with that. So the last thing we have to do now is take and put the bed on, and these are going to be super simple because the bed frame, use these little bolts right here with a tab. You just put it on the bed, push the tab in, and then pop it through, and this will sit on there. So let's get that hooked up and everything put on. Also, so see how I put these on right there? They slide in all the way. 2 of them, one in the back, one in the front. Now the thing is, this right here holds it like this. And then this little tab here is for the seat, which I'll show you when I get that side on. All right, so as I showed you guys also, here we go. In the back, it also has the sliding pin. Also to hold the gate up, it's got 2 latches, one on each side. Just hook it on, a little creaky. Also on the back, it has these little flaps for the extra seat. Right here, this will just fold down, and then you've got a seat for passengers in the back. So, we're getting ready, really close to finishing up. All we have to do is put that seat on, and then just a couple cover pieces.